It is now 8 minutes before 8. When next week's Billboard chart comes out, the album called So will be #3 in the country, and the single hit from it will be #2. The artist is Peter Gabriel, one of the founders of Genesis. That's the group which has also given us Phil Collins and Mike Rutherford. And our special music correspondent, Chris Conley, talked to him about his success, including his big hit single, Sledgehammer.
A group of 8 of us were all bouncing around ideas, and then it took about 7 or 8 days to film. I think we did about 100 hours because it was almost frame by frame, very slow work, but it really felt like a community. The great thing about animation is that it's so slow that if you get an idea in the first hour, then you've maybe got another 5 hours in that particular scene to put it in. So there was quite a lot of improvisation too, which was a lot of fun.
You've had a career of enormous success, particularly in England, but you must be a little surprised at how fast this record is catching on here in America.
I think about halfway through the album, started to realize that, you know, some of the songs would get through. And I think also the Sledgehammer, which is a sort of 60s soul ripoff, is a language which people speak in this country, so I think it's easier to get to.
Show me around your food cage.
Since leaving Genesis in 1975, Gabriel and his music have been classified as unusual, certainly too unusual for mainstream success. With his new song Sledgehammer and his album So climbing the charts, that seems to be changing. You've been referred to in some areas of the press as the man who could have been Phil Collins. Do you think that's an accurate assessment?
I didn't write that. I mean, I don't think that's very true. I mean, I think Phil has different tastes. You know, he's had certain flack from Genesis people who felt, you know, that he was going for commercial music, and I would refute that because I think he's really writing the sort of stuff that he likes, and I enjoy a lot of it. And I feel that my music is quite separate and distinctive from that. But, I mean, I did choose a different path.
The music of Peter Gabriel is difficult to classify, partially because he borrows sounds from different cultures, traveling to Africa and South America in search of new and different rhythms.
I always think that the rhythm is the spine of the music, and if you change the shape of the spine, then the body that forms around it also changes. For me, a lot of conventional rock rhythms lead to conventional rock writing, which becomes boring to my ears after a while. You know, it doesn't make me want to dance in quite the same way that it used to as a teenager. So I'm looking for things that will still turn me on and seem very vital and alive. It's a slow process, and maybe, you know, you lose out on sales if you follow your own experimental urges. But in the long run, I think it's a lot more satisfying.
You can blow out a candle, but you can't blow out a fire.
And I think as a listener, you know when someone's going for your heart and when they're going for your pocket. There's a different feeling that comes across in the music.